So, thanks for coming in today, Tracy. I wanted to start off this session just talking about how you're feeling right now in this moment.
I'm feeling pretty good, I think. I had a family retirement that I went to today, so I got to spend some time with my family and got to, see some people that I haven't seen for a while. So it was a good day.
Good. So sometimes spending time with family kind of gets you away from your daily routine and routine, and just kind of helps you let loose a little bit. And so that's awesome. Good. What is the best experience that you have had since last time we talked?
Well, it was a very busy week this week. I worked a lot of hours, and there was a lot of good things that happened this week. But probably the best thing was that it was my anniversary this week, and so my husband and I went to Galena, and we just spent the day shopping, and we went out for dinner, and it was a really nice day, just spending time with him, and it was very relaxing. It was sunny and 65 degrees, and it was just really nice.
Great. I agree. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we're going to start off this session with first discussing some goals that you had last week and kind of what went good, what went bad. So first, do you want to pick the first goal that you want to talk about?
Sure. The one I think I want to talk about is the goal about running or walking 3 miles 3 times a week.
Okay. Good. So tell me what went well with this goal.
Well, I was able to actually run and walk 3 miles for 3 days this week. So I felt like it went well. I was able to work it into my schedule, which I didn't feel like I was able to do that.
Good. Great. It sounds awesome. So let's expand a little bit on something. What was something that challenged you with this goal?
Well, the weather was kind of challenging because I want to run outside because I like doing that better than a treadmill. Yeah. And the weather was kind of rainy and cold some days, so I kind of had to switch my schedule around so that I didn't have to run in the rain because I'm not a big fan of running in the rain.
Yeah. So, I mean, some things are out of your reach and something you can't really determine, so it's good that you were able to find other times to do it. So, great. What was the best experience you had with this?
Well, on the last day that I ran, I only had to walk up one hill, and so I've been running with my dog this week because she also gets some exercise then too, and she kind of pushes me along, and so I only had to walk up one hill on the last day, so I've actually noticed an improvement in the amount that I've been able to run. Great.
So it seems like you've kind of found something that works for you and that you can do in the future, so that's good to create that kind of habit. So It's awesome, yeah. What did you learn about yourself during this experience?
Well, it feels good to actually set goals and see them written on paper and then to actually accomplish the goals. So, I've learned that even though, coming into this, I didn't feel like I had the time to exercise or can make the time in my day because I work a lot of hours. I can actually get things done and still take some time for myself and exercise. And so I think that's kind of a big accomplishment for me.
Yeah, so it sounds like you kind of discovered that when you plan something, it's easier for you to follow through than just kind of doing it day by day. So that's something that you can incorporate into your goals in the future. So yeah, that's a great strength that you discovered. So what percentage of success out of 100 do you feel that you accomplished with this goal this week?
I think 100% because I actually did it I actually ran for 3 days, and I've been feeling better running, and it's something that I definitely wanted to continue.
Yeah, I would agree. Sounds great. So what is the second goal that you would like to discuss?
The walking 6,000 steps for 5 days this week.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to talk about that one.
Yeah. So, what was this goal?
Well, I was able to actually, I found an app on my phone that seems to work pretty well that will monitor my steps. So I think that worked out really well, and so I've been using that, and it's definitely forced me to evaluate this.
Yeah, so maybe having that something on your phone that when you open it up, you see that, and so that you know maybe to take more steps today was a great reminder, yeah. So let's focus on maybe what were some challenges that you experienced with this goal?
Well, actually, remembering to turn the app on was a
Okay.
little bit of a challenge because there was a day where I totally forgot to turn it on until about 10 o'clock, and then I remembered to turn it on. So
Yeah.
that was a challenge because it's just not something that I'm used to.
Okay. So maybe as the days go on, it'll get a little bit easier. But yeah, sounds good. So what is your best experience that you had with this goal this week?
Well, I think it actually, it kept me focused on being healthy throughout the day because it was actually something that I had to look at to just keep me focused and to help me remember, what the long-term benefits of.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a little reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So what did you learn about yourself during this experience?
Well, I feel kind of the same thing, that I was able to set a goal and actually, made it work with my lifestyle and I'm making the changes that I feel are going to help me.
Well, yeah, so kind of the same thing with the planning and the
Right.
adjusting. Yeah, that sounds great. So same thing. What percentage of success out of 100 do you feel that you accomplished with this goal?
I think 100% because
Yeah.
I was able to walk the 6,000 steps for all five days, and actually I even got to 8,000 one day. So
yeah, that's great. I would agree. Okay, so let's shift a little bit more towards the longer term goal that we discussed. So you set the 3-month goal of wanting to work out more to lose around 10 pounds, just to create a healthier lifestyle and be more of an influence and maybe influence your family to create a healthier lifestyle. Do you feel that this goal is still relevant?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that, making the changes that I'm making and even, losing just a little bit of weight will just make me feel better about myself and encourage me to continue being healthy.
Great, yeah. So what is the best growth experience so far that you have had with this 3-month goal?
Well, I think the exercising definitely is definitely helping me towards that. I think I still have a little ways to go, but I think the exercising and the actually focusing on me versus focusing on everyone else in my life is a good thing.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that that kind of exercise, you did great with it, and that it helped you a lot work towards that goal, and you made great strides this week. Yeah, so I would totally agree with you, and I think that we could keep that way. We don't need to make any changes for right now. I think it looks good.
Perfect.
All right, Tracy. So we're gonna change directions a little bit. Is there any topic that you would like to discuss with this week? Maybe something that you found interesting that you would like to discuss further?
Well, yeah, I think the topic of nutrition and healthy eating would be something that I might want to talk about, because I think that this could really, I think I have the exercise portion kind of down. I've kind of worked that into my schedule, but I think healthy eating and nutrition is definitely someplace where I could make some changes, and it could definitely influence me and my family.
Yeah, so I hear that you're kind of bringing up different topics of nutrition and how it would overall help your 3-month goal. So is it okay if we dive in and maybe explore this topic a little bit further?
Sure.
All right. So we're going to start off with, when you think about nutrition, what do you want to gain from it?
Well, I think I really want to learn how to eat healthy and incorporate that into my lifestyle.
Oh.
I think that, preparing meals ahead of time, I kind of right now just kind of go to the grocery store and just, I think to myself, okay, spaghetti sounds good, so I just grab stuff for spaghetti.
Yeah.
I don't really do any planning, and I don't really look up, what a healthier alternative would be. I just kind of, I don't have a lot of time because I work a lot, so when I go to the grocery store, I just pick things up to get me through the week.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe spending a little bit of more time on the front side of it, where I actually am planning a little bit more, would help me out and maybe help me and my family, help me make healthier choices for family and myself.
Yeah, so you kind of want to, from the nutrition aspect, you kind of want to gain that healthier lifestyle by maybe creating time that you've set away each week for that kind of a thing. And we'll discuss that a little bit further in a little bit.
Okay.
But what are some strengths that you think that you possess right now that may help you out with moving towards a healthier lifestyle and nutrition?
Well, I feel like I am organized.
Okay.
I kind of pretty much have to be because like I said, I work a lot, so I am organized. So I feel like that's one of the strengths. I think I just need to use my time a little bit better. And also, I do have a medical background. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I do know a little bit about making healthy choices. I just feel like I need a little bit of help incorporating that into my life.
Yeah, so I think the organizing and that kind of stuff is great and will help you a lot with this goal or this kind of topic. So, what type of environment do you have around you that could maybe help you move forward with this?
Well, my husband is also very interested in making some lifestyle changes. He has started exercising also, and has shown some interest in eating healthier. So I think I have a lot of support from my family to actually move forward with this.
Yeah, that sounds great. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the cons that you may experience when you eat healthier?
Well, the one thing I think that's keeping me from eating healthy right now is that at work we have a lot of drug rep lunches where they bring food in from some other restaurant, and it's very convenient and easy for me to just go in and speak to the drug rep and grab a plate of whatever they brought in, and most of the time it's not healthy.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't have to plan or anything, and it's free, so I just eat that food. And I think that's definitely one of the cons. I think if I packed my own lunch and worked on getting a little bit more organized with accomplishing that then I wouldn't be tempted to go in there and eat something that wasn't that quite as healthy.
Yeah, so I'm hearing that you kind of have some things in your environment that are kind of holding you back from something that you maybe want to accomplish or that you tried to accomplish in the past. So
definitely.
Yeah. What about some pros that you may get from this eating healthy?
Well, I definitely think, like I said before, I think it would positively influence my family, and my kids would definitely learn from making good choices.
Yeah.
And I think, I would feel more energized and just feel better about myself, and maybe help me lose that 10 pounds that I would like to lose. So I definitely think that those are the things that I would feel I would get from this goal.
Yeah, so when you listed off those pros and cons, I kind of heard both of them included different parts of your life environment. The cons, you had the work, and then at home you had the family and that kind of a sport. So I feel like you kind of maybe are stuck with your environment and how to keep a balance with all that stuff. So maybe
Definitely.
Would you like to brainstorm some different possibilities that can help you move forward?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. So first I'd like to explain to you how coaching brainstorm is unique and different from the regular brainstorming. First, you have the answers within you, and any idea that we come up with is a good idea. So we're going to write them all down. I'll write them all down when we're discussing them, and we don't have to evaluate them first. We can just put them all down and then think about them later. So how about we come up with around 6?
Okay.
Yeah. Would you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You can go ahead and start.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one I'll write down is maybe you can pick a day in the week where you look in the fridge and see what kind of food you got in the fridge and what you kind of need for the week. So.
Okay.
All right. So what do you think?
Well, maybe I could work on planning out meals before I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So that I have a list.
Yeah, that sounds great. All right. I'll pick one now. Maybe like kind of going off that, you want to plan the meals. Maybe you can pick a set day where you go to the grocery store, so you have that kind of schedule that you said was one of your strengths and kind of helped you through this last week goal. So,
Okay. Well, I think I need to be a little bit better. I know how to read labels, and I know how to look at, the fat and the calories and the protein, and I just need to do a better job of picking the healthy foods.
Yeah.
So I think I need to do a little bit better at reading the labels and making sure that I'm making healthy choices.
Yeah, that's great. Right. Maybe after you go to the grocery store, you can pick a day to pre-portion the fruits and veggies that you buy. Maybe chop them all up and kind of pre-portion them so it'll help you grab them fast. You talked about the time. Maybe that'll help making those making those healthy decisions easier for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So one more maybe.
Well, I think it would help me if I could like cook a bunch of meals ahead of time.
Okay.
And then freeze them. So when I've had a busy day at work and I also have to get my exercising in, that I can just take it out of the freezer and, put it in the fridge that morning and then cook it that night, and my family will have a meal, and I won't have to spend, 2 hours making a meal. Yeah. But it'll just be done. So yeah. I think that would help me out a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So, we have an awesome list here, and I think we are ready to move forward. Would you say so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
So.
So when you're looking at this list, does anything jump out to you? Maybe something that would work for you or that you're willing to try throughout this week?
Well, how about picking a day to plan a meal?
Yeah.
List, is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So,
okay.
If you were to accomplish this, throughout the week, what would that look like to you?
Well, like, what do you mean?
If you were to plan out meals throughout the week,
maybe I'd have to sit down and see what I have in my fridge, and then I need some recipes of healthy, and then just writing them all out before I go to the grocery store, so that I actually have a list when I go to the grocery store instead of just picking things off the shelf.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, we're gonna take this little brainstorm idea, and we're gonna turn it into a SMART goal, so it can be concise and you know exactly what you're going to do. So that planning aspect, we'll get that going again.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take this, and is there a certain day a week you think that would be best for you to plan out the meal?
Maybe well, are we thinking like something like maybe Saturday would work?
Yeah.
Because then I could go shopping on Sunday.
Yeah, that'd be great. So you said, so we're going to plan on every Saturday. You're going to sit down, when you said before, your husband, sit down with him to help plan out the meals. And maybe when you plan out the meals and you get that list of the recipes, maybe you can change it to a grocery list so it'll help you only pick the healthy items when you go to the grocery store.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, so we're going to write that down. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all confident and 10 being absolutely confident, how do you feel with making this change?
I feel like maybe like a 7.
Okay. Yeah. So why would you rate this at a 7 and not at like a 5 or a 6?
Well, because I think I think it's important that I do make the change, and I think I could do it if I just have a little help with organizing it and getting it put together.
So you feel as if this is something you really want to do, and that
Yes.
you're motivated to do it. You just need to have that planning and that kind of the skills to get it done. Yeah. So what would it take for you to move this confidence up to maybe like an 8 or a 9?
Well, I think maybe having my husband on board would help me out a little bit too, with having him help me sit down and, picking out foods that we both like, and just kind of seeing how it goes too. I might have to move the days around a little bit, because if I have something to do on Saturday and I don't get it done, I might have to move it to Sunday. But I think it's definitely is something that I could do. I just got to figure out how it fits into my life.
Yeah, it sounds great. I think that those are things that may come up and may influence it, but I think you can handle them perfectly and it'll be good. So let's pick one more from this list. Bring it up for you. What would you like to work on from this list?
How about the portions? Doing the portion size.
Yeah.
So that I can take it to work and not have to go into the place that's not healthy and eat that food.
Yeah. Okay, so if you were to accomplish this one, if you were to accomplish the pre-portioning the fruits and the veggies, what would that look like to you?
Well, I think I would, maybe after I get home from the grocery store, if I could make the list on Saturday and then go to the grocery store on Sunday, and then when I get home from the grocery store, I could, chop up the vegetables and get my fruit into little portion sizes, so that put them in the front of the fridge, so that in the morning I can just grab them and go to work and not have to worry about, packing my meals in the morning, because I just don't have a lot of time to do that. So if it would be all ready for me, I'd be more likely to do it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so we're going to change this one into the SMART goal again, so we can get that kind of concise, and pre-planning and know exactly what to do can help you in the future. Okay. So we're going to start off with what day would you like to do these pre-planning? If you went grocery shopping on Sunday, what day would you feel would be best for you and your schedule to do this
the chopping and stuff? I think right when I get home from the grocery store, because I just wouldn't even put it in the fridge. I would just keep it all out there and put it into my 1 cup sizes or whatever I decide. Like if I have blueberries or strawberries or carrots or celery, I just cut it up into little pieces and put them in little baggies and just make it all get it all ready. So
you said we're gonna do this on Sunday, so great. So we're gonna chop up the fruits and veggies, maybe clean them also, get them all rinsed off so they're all healthy for you.
Sure.
And you said you wanted like 1 cup. Do you have like Ziploc bags to put them in?
I do, definitely.
Yeah, that would be great. So we're gonna write that 1 cup Ziploc bags down. Yeah. And so another thing that I talked about was maybe that you talked about was maybe putting them at the front of your fridge.
Yeah. So
that you right when you open it, you see it and you can just grab it.
Perfect. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So on this goal, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not confident at all and 10 being absolutely confident, how do you feel with making this change in your life?
Probably like about a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So why do you feel that is a 6 and not like maybe a 4 or 5?
Well, because I feel like I really want to do this, and I feel like I do have organization skills. It's just actually finding the time to actually do it. So I think if I just carve out that time and make it a priority, I'll be able to do it. So it's kind of important to me to be able to do this.
Good. Yeah. So I hear in that you have that little time thing also, but it's really important to you, so that's why it's kind of a little bit higher. But why would you feel that your confidence level is at a 6 and not maybe a 7 or an 8?
Well, because what if I'm busy on Sunday? I mean, I have to look ahead and then I have to, maybe do this on Saturday. And so it's kind of hard to be able to I just have to look ahead. And so I'm just kind of concerned that it's just got to become part of my routine.
Yeah, yeah. I think that habit and that routine will kind of definitely help you out, and
Right.
maybe it'll become easier in the future. At first, it's going to be kind of strange to you, but as you keep going, it'll definitely help out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what support do you contain in your life that may help you accomplish these 2 goals this next week?
Well, I think my husband is a huge support to me. He has recently joined CrossFit, so he's also exercising. So him exercising more frequently has really pushed me towards wanting to do that also. And he also wants to eat really healthy also and become a healthier person. So, I think him being active and supporting me in this will really help.
Yeah. So he seems kind of like on the same track you are, and you can kind of go through these goals and these struggles together, and it definitely a big support system for you, not only in the nutrition aspect, maybe in the exercise aspect also, because he's starting to do more exercise and you're starting to do so kind of taking these goals and doing them together will be great, because you kind of have that person to lean back on when maybe something goes wrong or something is great. You can celebrate together. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, so will you restate these 2 goals that we have made for the next week for me?
Okay. Every Saturday, I am going to sit down with my husband and pre-plan some meals and make a grocery list, some healthy meals, and make a grocery list.
Okay.
So that I am prepared when I go to the grocery store and not just picking things off the shelf.
Yeah, sounds great.
And then the other one is every Sunday, after I go to the grocery store, I am going to pre-portion my vegetables, fruits, and snacks into little, possibly 1-cup portion size Ziploc bags and place them in the front of the fridge so I have easy access for them so that I can just grab them and go ahead and, grab them for the day so that I'm not tempted to eat things that aren't quite so healthy.
Yeah. I think you got like a great grasp on these goals, and I know you got this, and I have faith in you in accomplishing these nutrition goals to help you get a healthier lifestyle and achieve that 3-month goal that you're striving for. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you for coming in today, and I really appreciate you working hard on these changes. What do you think that you got out of this session today?
Well, I think I got some really good goals set. I think with the combination of the nutrition and exercise, I will be able to meet or get closer to meeting my 3-month goal of the losing the 10 pounds and just becoming a healthy person. So I think the combination of the exercise and the eating will really help me towards that goal.
Yeah.
So I think it was a really good session. I think I came up with 2 really good goals. So I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, so it kind of sounds like you're getting a grasp on the whole healthier lifestyle, not just one aspect of the nutrition or the aspect of the exercise, but kind of how to integrate them together and work on them together with your support system at home. So yeah, it sounds awesome that you're doing great. So is there any feedback you have for me for future sessions that maybe I can change or work on to best support you?
No, I think you've done a great job. I think, you really helped me organize my life and work towards my goals and fitting them into my lifestyle. And you really helped me kind of sort things out and realize that I do have the time to do this when I before didn't think I had. So no, you've been very supportive and I appreciate it.
No problem. I've just been setting the guidelines for you, and you've came up with all the answers on your own. But does this time work again for you next week?
Yeah, it works perfect.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you. I'll see you then.